are going to do expansion and factorization on algebra. Okay, right. So these are the resources we have in our Tutopiya. Let me move on to expansion here. Can you have seen the screen, children? Okay. Can someone confirm, please?
Yes, it's visible.
Thank you. Okay, so when we talk about expansion, before I discuss about expanding algebraic expressions or algebraic fractions, what do you mean by, like, when you have to multiply 2x by 3, okay, 2x times 3, what is the answer here? 2x times 3, I can't see the chat now. Somebody can answer, please. Abdurrahman, can you tell me the answer here? 2x times 3. Okay, Aditi?
It's 6x.
Very good, 6x. Now we have term, this is an algebraic term. We multiply by an integer and we get 6x, okay? So the same thing, we are going to multiply a whole expression by a term, algebraic term. So when you have 2x plus 3y, Alisa, can you tell me if this is an algebraic expression, how many terms do we have here, Elisha, sorry. Elisha? We have, yes, we have two terms here. This is one whole expression, and we have two terms here, which is 2x and 3y. The terms in an expression are separated by a plus mark or a negative mark. So positive and negative. So we have two terms here, which forms an expression. So this particular expression has two terms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this 2x plus 3. Here we multiply 2x by 3. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to multiply 2x by 3. I'm going to 2x plus 3. I'm going to multiply by 2. How do you think we need to do this? How do we do this? Can someone tell? Call somebody. Michelle, can you answer this, please? What's the first step? All right. I think that goes to Aditi again. Aditi, can you tell me?
We would multiply both the inner terms with 2. So
Exactly.
4x plus 6.
Exactly. We multiply 2 by 2x, the first term. Like we discussed, we have two terms here. We multiply 2 by 2x and then 2 by 3 again. So that is 2 times 2 is 4x here, and 2 3s are 6. So it is 4x plus 6. Okay, this is how it comes. So this is how we expand algebraic expressions. Going back to our slide here. So here we have 2x multiply by 3x plus y minus 4z. So somebody should tell me now, how many terms do we have in this particular expression? Layojo, Yan, are you there? Can you tell me how many terms do we find in this expression, Lai? Can someone say the answer, please?
3.
3. There are 3. I have an answer here. Yeah, thanks for the answer, Alicia. Yes. So there are 3 terms in this particular expression. We are going to multiply these 3 terms using the 2x outside. So 2x multiplied by 3x makes 6x squared. That is 2 times 3 is 6. X times x is x squared. And 2x times y is 2xy. And 2 times 4z is 8xz. So this is how you expand the bracket. How do we expand two different expressions when we have something like this? We have two expressions here, x minus 2y and x minus y. So we have to multiply 5 and multiply by negative 1. How are we going to do that? Aditi, can you help me here, please?
For the first one, we would just multiply 5 by the inner terms, and then
exactly.
The second part, it would be minus 1, like it should.
Right. So we are going to use the BIDMAS rule here. So first we are going to expand brackets. Okay, so we multiply 5 times x, 5x here, and then 5 times negative 2y, which is negative 10y, and minus 1 and x and minus 1. Here you have to be very careful. In here you have a negative and a negative here. What makes negative times negative? Alicia, can I have your answer in chat, please? Negative times negative makes, yes, positive. So that is how you get positive here. And then what's the next step? After we expand bracket using the rule of bit mass, we expanded the bracket first. And what next? What do we do next? Any idea? I have answer here. Combine like terms. Yes, we are going to combine like terms. So here we see we have 5x minus x, 5x minus 9x makes 4x, negative 10y plus y makes negative 9y. And then can we simplify this further? Do you think we can simplify this further? No, we can't simplify this further. Thank you for the answer. We can't simplify this further, so this will be the final answer. We cannot simplify this further because 4x and 9y are unlike terms. Okay, right. Can we quickly do a question? Before I start with factorizing, I'll give you a question. And I would like to have the answers in the chat. Okay. A very simple question. 5w squared 2 minus 3w. You can either send your answers in chat, or maybe you can annotate the answer on the screen, or you can just simply unmute and answer. No answers yet? Do you need help? Shall we do this together? Yeah, I have one answer here. 2 answers. Yes, that's correct. Yes. So I get answers only from Alicia and yeah, Aditi, Abdurrahman. Yes, that's correct. Okay, let's do this together. So the answer, all 3 answers correct. Thank you for the answer. So we are going to multiply 5w squared by 2, which is, yes, Michelle, that answer is right. Thanks. So here we have 10w squared. And when you have plus and minus, it's all anyway minus here. 5 times 3 is 15w to the power of 3. Any doubts? Any questions, children? Questions? Okay, now this is just an explanation on expansion for us to start with factorizing. So the main thing here today is we are going to start with factorizing quadratic expressions. Okay, so what do you know about factorizing? Anybody? Yeah. Factorizing is, you write a particular expression, product of 2 or more, as a product of 2 or more. Like, let's say, we'll say now 15 can be written as 3 times 5. So that we are going to apply for quadratic expressions. That is, when we have, now we did expansion. So factorizing is opposite of expansion. Okay, we have now the example here. How do we identify a quadratic expression? What is the form of quadratic expression? Anybody? Even in the chat is fine. How do you identify quadratic expression? Any answers? Okay, let me ask you. No, I don't have answers. So let me ask. Oh, I have one answer. Let me see. There's also always a variable that is squared. Yes, Aditi, that's a good try. Yes, good. So let me ask you, is this a quadratic expression? Is this a quadratic expression? No, this is not a quadratic expression. Quadratic expression is always in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. This is a form of a quadratic expression. So you have a x squared and you have a x and you have a c, which is a constant, a number. Okay. So now we are going to see how are we going to factorize these type of expressions. Okay. So we have x squared, let us take the example, x squared plus 11x plus 24, right? So what do we do first here? We have a, what is the value of a here? Can anybody tell me what is a here? Yes, a is 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this and c, a and c, which is 24. And I am going to find a pair of factor. When you multiply, you should get 24. And when you add, you need to get 11x. 11. Okay, I'm going to find, I'll say that again. We are going to find a pair of factor. When we multiply, we need to get 24, that is plus 24. And when we add them, we need to get 11x. Can somebody tell me what that factor could be? Pair of factor. Any idea? Answers? Okay, for us to identify that, oh, I have one answer. Okay, yeah, that's correct. But let's see. Let us write all the factors we have, all the multiples we have for 24. How do we make 24? Let us write that here. 24 can be multiplied as, can we write it as 24 times 1? Will that be correct? 24 times 1 makes 25, 24. What else? 12 times 1 makes 24. 12 times 2. And any other multiples for 24? How about 6 times 4? Yes. And then 8 times 3. So we can't be taking, now we have 3 pairs of multiples here, 3 pairs of factors here. So we can't be using all of this. We need to choose which one to apply into this question. So now we are going to see, let us add them and see whether it adds up to 11. 24 plus 1 makes 25. No, does not match here. So 12 plus 2, no, it's 24 again, 14. 6 plus 4 is 10. How about 8 plus 3? 8 plus 3 makes 11, isn't it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this 11x into 2 and I'm going to write x squared plus 8x plus 3x plus 24. Okay, this is my first step. Okay, this is my first step. And what I do is I'm going to put these into brackets. Okay, this into brackets. And now Abdurrahman, can you please tell me what is the common factor of x squared plus 8x? I have divided them into two expressions with 2 terms each. Now we're talking about the first expression, x squared plus 8x. What is the common factor there? In other words, yes, Abdurrahman, I have the answer. Yes, x. So when you take x out, when you pull out x, what remains inside? What's inside? Anybody? Michelle, can I have the answer from you? Alicia, yes, yes, correct. Yes, correct. So we have x plus 8 here. Good. And then next expression, 3x plus 24. Very good, Michelle. Thank you for the answer. Thanks, Abdurrahman. And I have answer from Alicia. Yeah. Then 3x plus 24. What would be the highest common factor there? 3, Aditi. Thank you, Alicia. Yes. So 3, and what's remaining? What will be remaining inside? 3x divided by 3. We have x and plus 8. It's x plus 8 again. And now you see we have we have x plus 8 as a common, that is as the common for both the expressions. So we write x plus 8 and x plus 3. This would be the answer for factorizing x squared plus 11x plus 24. Is that clear? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Any other explanation you need here before we go, before we start with the past paper, before we start with the question? No questions? No doubts? Okay. Let us now do a past paper question. Uh, where is this? Can you see the past paper here? This question. Can we try this? Who wants to try this on the screen? Can somebody annotate? Aditi, do you want to give it a try?
I don't think I have the option to annotate.
Oh, okay. Right. So I think I will have to get the answers on the chat then. Okay, let's take step by step. Okay, x squared y minus 3xy. How do we factorize this? What is common here? What is the HCF, in other words? Even in chat, or I would like if somebody can unmute and speak, would be great. Common is xy. Thanks, Aditi. Yes, common is xy. We pull out xy, and what is inside the bracket? What do we write inside the bracket? X minus 3. Good. And now let's move on to denominator. Okay, now I would like to have the answer from maybe Michelle or Leah or Abdurrahman, one of y'all, okay? So we have x squared minus 2x minus 3. This is, what type of expression is this? Is this a linear expression or is it a quadratic expression? It is a quadratic expression because it is in the form of ax squared plus 2x bx plus c. Now, how do we factorize this? Can somebody factorize and give me the answer? Yes. No answers? X minus 3, x plus 1. That was quick. Yes, Alicia, thank you. X minus 3, x plus 1. That's right. And the ones who did not understand, I mean, how this came just like that, x minus 3, x plus 1, let me show it here. X squared minus 2x minus 3. So what we do first is we multiply a and the c, that is 1 and minus 3 makes minus 3x squared. Okay, so we are going to find two factors, that is a pair of factor multiple. When you multiply, it should be negative 3x squared, and when you add them, you should get minus 2x. So you have, what can we use here? We can have negative 3 and plus 1. That is, negative 3 times plus 1 makes negative 3, and negative 3 plus 1 is also negative 2x. So when the coefficient, when a is equal to 1, let me use a different color. When a here, so I already taught you that this should be in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. When a is equal to 1, you don't have to go through all those steps. You can write it as x minus 3 and x plus 1. That is how Alicia got this answer, x plus 1. And then, do you see magic here in this question? Any magic? Anything that we can cancel? I can see magic. Yes? Exactly. We have x minus 3 as the numerator and we have x minus 3 as a denominator also. We can cut them off. Very good. I got a lot of answers. Thank you. So we cut that off and we have xy on top and x plus y here. X plus 1 here. So do you think we can simplify this further? Can we have more steps or will this be the final answer? Yes, this will be the final answer. Good. I hope that's understood. Right. So now, do you all want time to write this down? Anybody? Or can I just move on? Now we are moving back to our slides. So now we are going to discuss another question that is how to factorize. Now we did factorizing like again, let me register this in your mind. So ax squared plus bx plus c is the form of quadratic expression. Okay. So here we discussed when a is equal to 1, an easy method, a shorter method how to do. Now we are going to discuss when a has a value which is more than 1. That is, a is more or less than 1. It is not equal to 1. Okay. It can be a negative number or it can be a positive number. So when we have 2x squared plus 7x plus 5, what are we looking for? What is the number that we have to look for factors, pair of factors? How do we identify it? Anybody? Yes, that's good. So we have 2 times 5. You multiply 2 times 5, you have 10x squared. And now here we are going to look for a pair of factor that is a multiple. When you multiply, you need to get 10x squared. And when you add them, you need to get 7x. That is 7x, which is b here. So here, looking at this example, you can see we have 5x and 2x. So I'm going to break this into 2, that is 7x. I'm not going to change the original question. I'm just writing this in 2 forms. So 2x squared plus 5x plus 2x is equal to 5. And then what's the next step? What I do is I don't have a common number for all 4 terms. So I'm going to separate them into 2 terms, 2 expressions, 2x squared plus 5x, and then 2x plus 5. Then I take the common factor out, which is x and 1. And when you pull out the common factor, you will see that we have 2x plus 5 and 2x plus 5 as common and x plus 1 as the remaining. So the answer would be 2x plus 5 and x plus 1 when we factorize this. Is this clear, darling? Do you all have any question? Was I too fast when I explained? Or do you want me to explain it with using a different example? Okay. Right, I hope that's a no. Can we do one more example? Yes, sure, we can. Let us do using a past paper question. I think that would help. So I'm going back to the past papers. So yeah, we did this question. So I'm moving to this one. Yeah. Can you see this here? 5x squared minus 6x minus 8. Okay. So I think our session will be more interactive and we can take the best out of this webinar if you all can speak, because only then I'll understand if you all. Yeah. Okay. 5x squared minus 6x minus 8. What are we working with? What do we do first? What's the first step?
We multiply 5 by minus 8.
Excellent. When we multiply 5 by minus 8, what do we get, my dear?
Minus 40.
Minus 40. And now we are going to find a pair of factor where when you multiply, you need to get minus 40. And when you add them, you need to get, what's the number you need to get when you add them?
-6.
-6. Yes. Good. So what are the two factors? Can somebody try? Let's see who gives the answer first. Quick. Yeah. Any answers? No? Can I help? Yeah, 4 and -10. Any other answers? Anisha, Michelle, Abdurrahman. Who else do we have? We have Fatima. We have Lai, and we have Dea, Lynn, Michelle, Nicole. Any answers? 10, very good. Thank you. So we have 10 and 4, but we need to decide which one, like +10 and -4 also. When you multiply +10 and -4 also, we get -40. When we have -10 times +4, we get -40. But which one do we choose? Do we choose +10 -4 or -10 +4? So here we need to look at this. When you add them, you have to get -6. So for you to get -6, you need to use -10 and +4. Only then you will get -6. Okay. Now I'm going to break this into two. I'm going to write this like this. So I have 5x squared. So instead of -6x, I'm going to write -10x, -10x plus 4x minus 8. Okay. What's the next step now? Just tell me the step. What would be the next step? Do I simply add them, or should I separate them by brackets? Or what do I do? Do I divide them? Okay, since I have no answers, let me write the answer here. So I'm going to put this into brackets. Aditi, is it clear so far? You asked for extra question here.
Yes, it's clear.
Yes. So now we have 5x squared minus 10x plus 4x minus 8. So now we are looking at two different expressions, one expression in here and the other expression. So looking at the first expression, what is common here? What's the HCF? 5x, very good. That was quick, very fast. So 5x, and what remains inside? 5x squared divided by 5x, we have x, and minus 10x divided by 5x, we have -2. And then we have plus 4x minus 8. What's common there again? The HCF. Yes, we have 4 and we have x minus 2. Now we can see something, we have two different expressions. Like I told you, expressions are separated by plus or minus only. So this is one expression and this is another expression because it's separated by plus. So looking at these two expressions, what is common? Do we have anything in common? Yes, we do have. Very good. So yes, x minus 2 is common. So we pull out x minus 2 and what comes to the next bracket? X minus 2 we multiply by, so when we pull out x minus 2 here, when we take this off, we have 5x plus 4 remaining, which is 5x plus 4. This is a past paper question. That is 0607 extended paper, question of 2 marks. So this is very easy. You can easily take this to view. So yeah. Okay, I will also tell you a common mistake that students do here. When they do this question, we do a lot of questions as teachers. We do a lot of practice. We ask the students to do homework and we check them. We do a lot of practice. But in the exam, one particular point where students may make mistake is this point. -40, the students, yeah, they're very clever. They find the multiple, they do it right, but they don't, most of the time, they don't write the proper sign. So if you write -4 plus 10 here, then it's not going to be correct. It will be incorrect because it will not add up to -6. It will be +6. So you have to be very careful to choose which sign. Okay. And the other thing is, another place, I mean, when you do quadratic expression, another area where students make mistake. For example, we'll say when you multiply a and c, you get 6x squared. Okay, 6x squared, and we'll say you need to add it up to 5. So you have two factors here where it will make 6 and it will add up to 5. That is 6 times 1. 6 plus minus 1 also makes 5, and 3 times 2. 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 is also 5. So sometimes you will have two sets like this. So you have to be, you have to look at the question and see which one exactly you need to choose. So this is where the student should be very careful. After you find the factors here, then it's a easy go. It's not that hard. 2 marks, it's a piece of cake. Okay. Right. I think I will give you time to do, I will just give you 2 minutes to do this, to factorize this question, this one here, and let's discuss, okay? Not 2 minutes, maybe a minute is fine. Yeah, I'm waiting for some answers. Any answers, children? Okay, let's do this together. I'm not getting any answers. Is it because you don't understand, or do you all need more time? Okay, let's do. So this is not a quadratic expression, first of all, that you should identify that. And I'm going to, you see, I have 12. Is this clear, or should I zoom in? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just write 12ax and minus 2by plus 3ay minus 8bx. So here I have nothing in common for all four. Is there any common number or letter which is common for all four terms? Do we have anything? No, we don't have any common. So what I do is I want to put them in pairs. Okay, I'm going to, exactly, there isn't anything. So what I'm going to do is, now this is not the correct thing. So if I put them in bracket, I can take 2 as a common. And if I put these two in bracket, I still don't have anything in common. So what I do is I'm going to do a little bit of rearranging. Okay, I'm going to rearrange the question. So what I do is I'm going to rearrange it 12ax, and I'm going to bring this negative bx, 8bx here. Okay, and I'm going to have plus 3ay and negative 2by together. So now look at this. Now when I put them into brackets this way, do I have anything in common now? Do I find anything in common now? Look at the first expression. Do you have anything in common in the first expression? Yes, we do have. So we have 4x. Excellent. Yes, we have 4x common. And what comes inside the bracket? 12ax divided by 4x is 3a minus 2b. Very good. And we have here, so 3ay minus 2by. What's common here? Anything common? Nothing. We have y in common. Yes, we have plus y. And then again we have 3a minus 2b. And ta-da, we have magic again. Yes, we have 3a minus 2b, 3a minus 2b common. So we pull out 3a minus 2b and we have 4x plus y. Is this understood? Yes, that's great. Okay, that's again a 2-mark question. So students should be very careful. I mean, when you look at this question in the exam, if you get a question like this, like first you need to study the question. You need to first see whether you have anything in common. For example, now see, look at, let me take this off. Now, if you simply start putting the brackets, okay, and in the first one, you can see that, okay, 2 is common and there is nothing else. So I take 6ax here, and then I have minus by here, okay. And then here, when I come here, I notice there is nothing. I mean, there's nothing in common in here, and I get stuck. So first, what you need to do is you need to study the question and you need to see if you have to rearrange. If you have to rearrange, you have to be careful. And also when you rearrange, make sure, now, especially when you have this negative 2by and negative 8x, when you rearrange, you have to move it with the negative. You have to carry the negative also with those numbers, not just 2by. Okay, that's another area where students go wrong. I mean, they just miss few questions for just, they don't realize those little things. Okay, so I have some quizzes to do. I mean, not a game quiz. Tutopiya has developed a lot of questions. We have about 10,000, 15,000 questions. We have a question bank. So after we do all these, our students can revise using the question bank. So I want to take you all through that question bank also, and I want you all to try a few questions. Before that, do you have any questions to ask? Any doubts? A yes or no would do. No. Good. Okay, so let me take you to, I think I have one more question, past paper question. You all can take a screenshot of this and try at home maybe. 2x squared minus 5x minus 12. We are actually running short of time. So yeah, maybe you can try this at home. This is another, again, a 4-mark question. So 4 marks. So it's just factorizing and then cancelling and writing it. Okay, so let's go to the question bank. All right, so this is our question bank from Tutopiya. What I'm going to do is I'm going to choose. So we are doing a Cambridge mathematics. Let's first try some paper 2 questions. Here we are, start a quiz. Okay, what I'm going to do is we have 20 questions here. Okay, we have 20 questions in this particular quiz. So I'm going to ask, it's your choice. We'll start from, who's the first person? Abdurrahman. Which question do you want to try? You can choose any number between 1 and 20. Abdurrahman, are you there? Any number? Okay, Abdurrahman wants to choose question number 3. Right? That's an easy question. See, question 3, 1 mark easy question. These questions are developed, studying and going through a lot of past paper questions and covering all type of codes 0580, 0607. So this is very helpful and very interesting. So let us see. Okay, let's try this. So we have factorize m squared minus 16m plus 64. What do you think is the answer? I need answers in chat, please. Chat. Is it the first answer, second answer, third answer, or the fourth answer? Fourth option, that is Aditi. Any other answers? I got Abdurrahman, that's your question. Do you have the answer? Or do you need, can we do this? Two. Yes, Abdurrahman also has the answer. Fourth option, second option. Very good. That's a good try. So it shows that all have tried the questions. Okay, let's see. Now m squared minus 16m and plus 64. Okay, so there are two ways that you can find the answer for this. First thing, you multiply, and then that is m squared and 64, you get 64. You have to find two factors, pair of factors, which will add up to negative 60. So the best option is negative 8, negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 8 makes positive 64. Negative 8, negative 8 makes negative 60. So we can write it as x minus 8, which makes x minus 8 squared. Okay, so the right answer would be the fourth option. Okay, right. So who is next in line? Aditi, it's your chance. It's your turn to choose the question number. Question number 10. We'll see what we have in 10. 10. Okay, that's another easy question. Yes, I think we can try this. I'll give you a minute, or not a minute. Very. Can I have your answers, please? Six B, 3B minus 2C. That's the first option. Aditi has the first option. Abdurrahman has the first option as the answer. Yes, that's correct. You find HCF. It's very simple, very straightforward. It's very straight. So you get the HCF and then you write the remaining inside the bracket. That's good. So next we have Alicia. Alicia, do you have, you can choose the question number now. 12. Question 12. Okay, that's again an easy question. 3x squared plus 6x minus 3. I think we did something very similar to this. Can I try this, please? Any answers? So you can also, I'm not getting any answers. So you can also see there is an option called show answer option. After you choose the answer, and if it says the wrong answer, you can go on to show answer option and check your answer. So we are not doing it now, so I can't check that. That is another way of doing it. So we have about 15,000 questions, I guess. Yeah. Okay, I think we are done. So we have last 10 minutes for questions. How was the webinar so far? Have you all understood everything? Any questions? Was it useful? Thanks. Don't you have any questions? Anything like, how do we do this question? I don't understand. What do we do if there is a negative for A? Thank you, Michelle. So if we don't have questions, I think we can try the We have 10 minutes left. I think we can try this. Okay, so we have 2x squared minus 5x minus 12 over 3x squared minus 12x. So I'm not going to help you here. You all will have to tell me the factorizing for the numerator and factorizing for the denominator. We'll start from there. What would be the answer for numerator and the denominator? Quick. Let's factorize this. Abdurrahman, I would like to see the answer for this from you. Anybody can try this. So not coming in. Okay, let me do this for you. I think you need help. Let's do this together. So we have let me work on the numerator first. So we have 2x squared minus, yeah, I have the answer from Aditi. You mean the factorizing, right? Yes, that's correct, Aditi. So the numerator, correct. Your answer is correct. So let's see. 2x squared, I think this will help the others. 2x squared minus 5x minus 12. What we do first is we multiply. Very good. Abdurrahman, you gave me the denominator. Yes. So let's write x minus 4, 2x plus 3 as the numerator. And we have 3x, x minus 4 as the denominator. I think y'all can raise your hand if y'all want me to explain this further. If y'all have not understood, at least raise the hand. So I will know if I should explain it or just go ahead from here. Okay, I think y'all have understood then. Right, so here we can see a common one again. Can we see that this can be cancelled? X minus 4 can be cancelled. So the final answer would be 2x plus 3, very good, over 3x. Can we simplify this further? No, we cannot simplify this further. This would be the final answer. And you see, it's an easy mark, 4 marks here. It's very easy. Okay, so that's there. I think, right, so that we finished. So we did explanations and we did past paper questions, we did quiz. So I think we covered almost everything about quadratic expressions, factorizing quadratic expressions. So I'll give you some time to ask any questions. Okay, if we are having another webinar, maybe after a month or after maybe 2 weeks, or maybe another few weeks, what's the topic that you would like to attend to? Algebra again, or what other topics do you all find it hard? Okay. This and others. No topics. Inequalities, circle theorem. Yes, that's a very interesting topic. Probability. Yeah, a lot of things coming up. Very good. Great. Again, probability. So we have 3 probability. Let's see what we can do about that. I think